For the Palestinians, the land is not just a place where they live. Like any indigenous people, the land is who they are. And this is what orients the settler colonial state towards the need to eliminate the indigenous. This is the context of the settler colonial framework that has been guiding Israel's conduct in the occupied Palestinian territory since 1967. The continuous displacement, dispossession, subjugation, oppression made of a myriad of violations of every human right of norm applicable in armed conflict. And the brutal events of 7 October provided the impetus to advance toward the goal of a greater Israel, and plans were made, taking advantage of the fog of war. The profound trauma suffered by the Israelis on that day and the rage they experienced is totally understandable. And yet, deepening and building on a deep-rooted hostility toward the Palestinians, calls for annihilation grew. In a manner reminiscent of other genocides, the ensuing vengeful atmosphere prepared the soldiers to become willing executioner of the heinous destruction required on them. And the last 12 months confirmed this collective dimension of the crime of genocide. The institutions of the State of Israel, a self-proclaimed rule of law system, the executive, the parliament, the courts, have failed to contain and redress abusive power. Instead, together, they have advanced the course of the current catastrophe. And while international tribunals will hopefully hold individuals accountable, the responsibility of the state must be understood and assessed in its own right and cannot wait. This should have been stopped already by the Security Council last October, after 3 early warnings issued by dozens of UN independent experts, when the ICJ passed its first set of provisional measures.